gonna put this up on?
Yeah, slide a little closer. That should be cool.
Alrighty. You wanna take your coat off? You good?
You just leave it on the chair.
Alright.
All right.
Alright, folks, say hi to J.T. Barrett.
Hey, J.T.
What's up?
Stock market, we hope, man. How do you feel, J.T.?
I'm good. Not in crazy pain, just all right.
How bummed, can you put into words how bummed you are, or just how disappointing this is to get this far into a season and have something like that happen?
I don't know if I'm really bummed. Definitely just, you wonder why. You have those conversations or little talks with God and be like, well, why now, or things like that. But, I mean, you never know. But just taking it for what it is, I mean, what can I do, So, but not really bummed, just taking it for what it is.
J.T., how were you able to go stand the pain and then go up into the stands during the fourth quarter? That was you, right?
Yeah, that was me. Honestly, I mean, it didn't. I mean, I think a lot of people think it would be, crazy pain, but I actually thought it was just like dislocated on the field. Like the doctors twisted it because it was messed up. Now it was all over here, but they twisted it and yanked on it a little bit, and then I thought it was dislocated, so I thought I was gonna be all right. But when we got up there, did the X-rays or whatever, found out I was broken. But I mean, I wasn't in that tremendous, horrible pain. And I wanted to see the end of the game, so I mean, even if I was in some crazy pain, I still want to watch the end of the game. So it wasn't that big a deal, I didn't think.
J.T., how were you in just that night in the hospital? You said you sort of wondered why about this. What's it like just to be in there and having time to yourself, thinking about all this?
I just actually didn't try to think of it or think about it as much. Like I said, just trying to take it for what it is, but having that time to myself, just enjoying it with my friends that came into town, my buddies John and Jared, and then also my dad came up and things like that. So just try to enjoy it with my family instead of just focusing on the injury.
JT, did you think when your injury happens and you're on your back on the field, did you think at that point that there was any chance that you'd play again this season?
That didn't really come across my mind. I mean, I just knew it was messed up, and I tried getting up, but then when I looked at my ankle, I was like, it's probably best if you stay down. So, I didn't really think about it.
JT, as you sit here right now, are you working with Cardale at all? Are you encouraging him? How are you dealing with him? Have you given him words of encouragement? What's your approach right now with him?
I mean, talked to him Saturday after the game, text him here and there, but just right now, not really. I feel like his world is kind of like how mine was at the beginning of the year, so if anybody knows what that feels like, I definitely do. But more closer to the game, I'll probably, we'll probably go over some stuff, game plan wise, but encouragement definitely. But I mean, Cardale's a great player. I honestly feel like if I wasn't starting this year, Cardale would have done the same things that I did this year. Because I mean, Cardale's that talented. I mean, definitely could do it. But definitely, when it comes more close to the game, give him some encouragement. We'll go over some stuff, but nothing too crazy. I think he'll be all right.
You're confident he can step in, and he's played little at all. I mean, you know how much experience means. I mean, he learned on the job. How confident are you him stepping in and keeping it rolling, so to speak?
Very confident, but it's just going to be that. So I was learning on the fly, and it was fast for myself, but his is just going to be even faster, almost, as far as learning and just catching up to what game reps are like. But my confidence, there's not a lack of confidence at all.
JT, as you reflect on the season you had personally, going from the backup quarterback and relatively unknown nationally to a legit Heisman Trophy candidate, setting records, as you reflect on that now, what goes through your mind?
Just grateful, blessed for the opportunity, but enjoyed all of it. And I think it's just crazy to think about that at the beginning of the year, I mean, myself personally, I wasn't trying to go out there and break any records. I wasn't trying to play outside myself. I was just trying to put the team in the best position to win each and every week, whether it be my preparation or just making plays out there on the field or handing the ball off or, tossing it 2 yards, counting as a pass or whatever it may be. I was just trying to make sure at the end of the week we were 1-0 and winning games. So definitely blessed, and all that goes to God, for the time being that I was healthy and things like that. But definitely grateful and appreciate it, and my teammates as well.
What are you most proud of from this season that you got done personally?
I think just growing each and every week. I definitely made that one of the emphasis each and every week, just trying to get a little better, whatever it may be. I heard that from Tom House. I went to go see Tom House in May to work on quarterback training or whatever, and he told me Tom Brady. He said, so we're talking about Tom Brady. So the guy's, one of the best to ever do it, arguably, and still doing it in the National Football League. And he said every time Tom Brady goes to see Tom House, he said he just tries to get a little better. And I was like, well, we talking about Tom Brady. How much better can you get? You know what I'm saying? But, with myself, I have a lot of things to get better at, so not trying to take it all at one time, not trying to get better at 1,000 things, but just a little something each and every week to get better at. And I'll probably say that's something that I'm most proud about.
JT, you said last night, I think during the Big Ten show, you got the award that you wanted to be able, so Cardale could talk to you. You said that maybe you didn't have that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Was that just because Braxton was off getting his own surgery taken care of, or what were the circumstances? Why did you feel like you didn't have that then?
Because everybody has their own things to do, their own agenda that they have each and every day. So, so that's just what it is. I feel like everybody has their own situation, own problems, and things that are going on in their own lives. And sometimes it's hard to find somebody just sit there and, you could talk to and they actually just listen instead of having that conversation back and forth or trying to give you advice and things like that. So, and I know that's how I would like it. Not always trying to have someone just sit there trying to tell me, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. Just listen to what I have to say, what's going on in my mind, because, those first couple of days, head was just spinning before the Navy game, just laying in my bed with my thoughts, just not going crazy, but, you know what I'm saying, just up. But I think that's just what it is. Everybody has their own things that they have to do in their daily lives and, may not have the time to, sit there and just listen.
You said, you had maybe a few more days to prepare as Cardale.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you've been through this, what's that situation like? And if you did say, do this, do that, give them advice, what would it be?
Don't try to do it all yourself. We got great O-line that got better from week 2. So as an offense, as a whole, we just got better offensively from week 2. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. Got a great group of receivers with Evan, Devin, Mike, Corey, Jalen, all those guys can hand it off to a running back or Zeke and Curtis. So you don't have to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Whereas probably a couple years ago, Braxton, was in a tough position, didn't have the athletes or people that had experience where he had to do a lot of it by himself. Whereas with myself and Cardale, we got people around us where we could hand the ball off, like I said, throw it around, so we don't have to win the game. So just go out there and just play his game. He does a lot of crazy things with his body. He could sling the ball this whole football field and, throw it 100 miles an hour. But he doesn't have to go out there and feel like he has to win it by himself.
He will be revved up, though, won't he? We're revved up for the Navy game one day.
Yeah, definitely. You might want to take a look at warm-ups. Cardale might throw the ball 100 yards. I seen him throw it, I think 70, 75 one time, Penn State last year. And, I mean, he played at the end of the game, but he was juiced. And I don't know. So you might want to look at that.
JT, is this what was it like though? What have you proven to yourself this season from the standpoint of, I would think anybody until they get to play college wonders whether they can do, you know what I mean, whether they can take that next step. So what did you prove to yourself, I guess, now that this season is over for you? I mean, you know, that you can play at this level. You understand what I'm saying? And flourish.
Yeah, I think it was just that I am able to play in this league at this level and, you know, play well, but also that all the things that we talk about here go into playing well. So it's not one of those crazy deals like one-hit wonder or like one of those games where, you know, you just balled out, but being consistent over time, you have to prepare. Otherwise, none of this happens, you know. So, but definitely just that be able to play here. Because there was times when I first got here, you know, you question yourself. You're out there spring ball, spring practice, and you look at the other guys around you and be like, well, yeah, I don't know, this is what I signed up for. Or one of the workouts when you grinding. We got mat drills and it's rough, and you know you don't want to be here. You know, 5:30 in the morning. You waking up, and you know you question it sometimes. Man, you think you could be doing something else, you know. But all that mat drills, spring ball, getting fussed at, you know, all that makes it all right because you know that it was all for a reason, all to get better, and it was worth it being that all the things happened for me this year.
You seem like the ultimate team player, though. I mean, yet you know that you've established your name on a national scale now. I mean, is that satisfying to you? What does it feel like to know that you've sort of made your name?
I mean,
records, you know.
I think it's cool, but I mean, my main goal coming in here was definitely to start and play here and, you know, do well or whatever. But at the end of the day, I am about the team, and it's winning a national championship and winning a Big Ten championship and just winning championships, period. So that's always the number one goal. That's our goal as a team. And, I mean, I can't do that by myself, you know. So all the individual awards and, you know, records, that's all cool. But at the end of the day, if I walk away from Ohio State without a Big Ten championship or a national championship, then I'm really not satisfied. So.
Since the injury, I'm just wondering how many people have reached out to you, fans. I imagine you've gotten a lot of.
Are you looking for a number? I don't. Man. All right, I could do this. So on Instagram, you know Instagram, yeah, followers, whatever. So Instagram this past year, I got up there. I got 20,000. I felt good. You know what I'm saying? Felt good about myself. So after the injury, and it is how many days? So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 2-3 days, right? I got 39. So 39,000. 20 to 39,000. That's just followers on Instagram. So I can't even count the people that text me or called or people that send me the little direct messages on Instagram and all that. So that's the best I can do for you.
Is there somebody that's reached out to you? Oh my God! So it's like celebrity or anything like that?
Yeah, it's a crazy deal. Like the little kids on Instagram that, you know, send you little photos or whatever. Like, you know, I think it was one of them. This little kid actually prayed for me on Instagram. It was a little video, and I liked it. And I mean, that's all I did. I liked it, and little kid went crazy. And I I don't know. It was they weren't really upset. More worried about my health and if everything was gonna be all right, surgery and things like that. But wasn't too bad.
I'm sorry, what did Devin Gardner say to you that photo was?
Oh yeah, y'all saw that article. The article's not real, obviously, but he just told me. Yeah, he just told me just to stay up. Said he's praying for me, things like that. I've been talking to him the past couple of days. He's a real cool dude. But yeah, that was basically it.
JT, Urban talked about how this injury was similar or the same to what Evan Spencer suffered last year.
Mhm.
Have you talked to Evan at all about that, or has there been discussions about your rehab plan as it compares to what he went through?
Nah, I talked to Evan and we mentioned that it was about the same that he had. But as far as rehab goes, I mean that's a long way off. We haven't talked anything about that, but that's about it. Just I guess mentioning that our injuries were alike.
Ever been there,
Nope.
If you got a call on Monday that you were invited to the Heisman, which is still a distinct possibility,
Mhm.
how would you handle that? What would be your excitement level for that, your appreciation for that, if that call comes
I don't know. As you can see, I get excited for little things. But I'd definitely be excited. That stuff you watch on TV and be like, man, if only, you dream about that stuff. If only if I could get there. And actually, I haven't even thought about, like, growing up, I never thought about going to the Heisman, winning the Heisman, things like that. But definitely something crazy. I remember, watching the Vince Young, Reggie Bush, when that was, what was that, back in like 2005. Watching RG3, watching it recently as I got older, but I think that was the first time really when I was like in 5th grade watching it, seeing that stuff. That's I'd definitely be a blessing, be really cool.
Hey, JT, you told me this morning that you spent 6 minutes off the clock in the stands watching the end of that game. When you first walked out there, what was the fan reaction like, or what did you see? Turn the corner and
I see everybody stop watching the game. I see everybody turn around and look at me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to watch the game like y'all. Which was, like I said, I didn't think much of it. I mean, I was just trying to watch it in the game I saw. I was in the locker room, I heard that Zeke scored on that 4th and 1, so I was happy about that. But just wanted to watch it in the game. But I see everybody turn around, take their phones out, start taking pictures, and I was like, man, the game is still on. But, I mean, everybody just turned around, and then people started trying to walk by and, give me high five or, talk to me or whatever. But I didn't think it wasn't that serious. I didn't think. I was just trying to watch the game like they were watching the game. But it was cool.
JT, if I can ask you another question about Cardale. You mentioned your preparation and how important that was for you.
Mhm.
You've been in the room with Cardale. How does he prepare? Or at least how did he prepare when he was backing you up?
Just like me. We'll be in here Mondays, game planning here for. I was here longer, being that I was a starter, but I mean, we had the same conversations. Saturday night or Friday night before the games, go over tip sheets and things like that. But I mean, it was just alike because I also want to know what his thoughts were on certain things and certain coverages. If we like this or things like that. I'll ask Cardale a question. Cardale's a real smart dude. Definitely understands our offense and everything about it. So I mean, it would just be the same, almost like I was trying to think alike. So I was out there on the field. If he saw something, he would come over there and talk to me and be like, well, this is what happened, and I'll, take it in consideration and go out there and make changes if needed or whatever. But just alike.
Coach Herman said he's got really good football smarts. He's got, I mean, talk about that a little bit. I mean, what have you noticed about him? Does he pick up on things really well, or does he read coverages well? I mean, obviously he hadn't got a lot of live doing it.
Just like that, just being football smart. Cardale, it means ask questions that I guess almost like a coach was in there asking questions, just deep thought football questions that some of them didn't even come to my mind, and I'd be sitting there and be like, oh yeah, you right, I was thinking that too. I'd be lying. Nah, Cardale just has that. He has a crazy memory. He remembers some things that, like, there was one. I think there was a play that we were going to run one week, and he remembered it back when they first got here, Coach Meyer and Coach Herman. So the first season in 2012, and Cardale was like, "Oh yeah, this is what it was called." And Coach Herman stopped and he was like, "How'd you remember that?" Cardale was just like, "I don't know." And I looked, I was like, "I wasn't gonna remember. I wasn't here." But
Well, you know why we're asking. I mean, because his tweets have been interesting.
oh
say
yeah,
the least. And but he does take this seriously, is what you're saying.
definitely. Yeah, Cardale, he's a funny guy. When you see his tweets, I think that's what Twitter is. Twitter is just saying whatever's on your mind, and what goes through Cardale's mind is something else. He's a funny guy. So I don't know, but he definitely does take football very serious. Means a lot to him, and he knows what it means to our teammates as well. Yeah, so he's definitely going to be locked in.
A couple more questions. Well, JT, this offense seemed to change a little bit more to play to your strengths when Braxton went out. What would be, you think, a shift this Saturday with Cardale?
Honestly, couldn't. I wouldn't know what to tell you. We both run the ball well. I mean, maybe possibly more throw game, being that he has a stronger arm than myself. But I don't think there's a lot difference. Maybe not as much empty. I don't know, because empty got the people away from the line of scrimmage so I could see, being I'm short. With Cardale, he's 6'5", so he can have all those people around and still throw the ball. So I'm not sure what it is, honestly.
Hey, this should count as one of the last questions. I'll ask you, housekeeping-wise, what kind of plan are you on right now from a rehab? What have they told you from when you could be on your ankle again? You know what I mean, type thing. And when you could be running again, and what's sort of the projection right now?
So I got 6 weeks in this cast. Got 4 weeks in the boot, and then aggressive rehab from there. And that's all I remember from anything. But I think that's a pretty good plan, being that I have a plate in there and some screws. So. Yeah, I'll be there.
What would it mean to me, about you guys, you're about winning championships? What would it mean to you if you guys are able to pull off with you watching? How big is Saturday, I guess, in your mind?
I think it's a really a big deal, being that that's what we talk about in off season. That's why we wake up in the morning. That's why you come to Ohio State, is win Big Ten championships. So it's definitely a really big deal. As far as the guys on the team, a lot of us, some guys won state championships and like that, but I was never one of those guys. So winning a championship is something that we all dream about, and now we're in this position and just gotta go take care of business. But also knowing that it's championship, but don't take it too crazy. Definitely a big game, but not making it so much that it's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Still prepare like any other game and things like that, and we do that. It's doing well for us the past couple of weeks. So I don't know, definitely be a big deal.
JT, thank you very much.
How long you plan to go, JT? You plan to go?
Yeah.
Saturday, Friday?
I'm going to let Mom
Yeah.
just sit down.